John Ritter. I still miss that guy. He died way too young. We always watched Three's Company, and he always made the show with his physical comedy and timing. We stuck with him through Jack's Place, too, and later the innovative dramedy series Hooperman. He was kind of like Peter Davison in the sense that he had this likable, boyish charm and humor, and you just loved to watch him in anything. It didn't matter. You just loved the guy. You loved seeing him. In 1980, Ritter was a big star and naturally wanted to make the leap to the movie screen. The perfect vehicle for his brand of gentle humor came along in the movie we're talking about here, namely, Hero at Large. In this picture, John Ritter stars as Stephen Nichols, a down-on-his-luck actor trying to make it in New York and not exactly setting the town on fire. Along with dozens of other actors, he gets a day job playing the character of Captain Avenger, a superhero in a new movie, kind of like Superman. The actors dress up as the hero and make public appearances as Captain Avenger to promote the movie. On his way home one night, still in his costume, he stops at a small store to buy some milk. Then some hoodlums come in and try to rob the elderly shopkeeper and his wife. As Captain Avenger, Nichols springs into action and sends the bad guys running. And so the town goes mad over the hero at large, saving the day like a guy straight out of the comics. Nichols starts to get into the character, enamored with the ideals of Captain Avenger, and starts to take chances he maybe shouldn't. Hero at Large is not unlike Meet John Doe, a more famous film starring Gary Cooper, in which he was an everyman representing all the John Does in the world, all of the little guys who never get a break. Soon, he and his ideas become a famous icon for people, and then he's accused of being a fraud. He was sincere and wanted people to remember the ideals behind the John Doe idea, but they turned on him because they thought he was a faker. Same thing happens to Nichols, and like Gary Cooper, Nichols falls from grace, endangering the ideals he champions, and so he has to redeem himself. The filmmakers were definitely cribbing from that movie, but only slightly. At the time this movie came out, Siskel and Ebert were split on whether Hero at Large was a good picture. Siskel loved it. Ebert thought the whole premise was too dopey to believe, but the only dopey thing was him. All through the picture, Ritter is in top form. It's not just in the humor stuff, but in the serious moments of struggle and disappointment. It's all right there on his face, and you just buy it. Ritter's great here, believable and sweet and even poignant at times. A scrumptious Ann Archer plays a next-door neighbor and love interest for Nichols, a tough cookie who can't resist his natural charm in spite of herself, finally becoming a believer. Bert Convy is in it too. Convy was a staple on the game show circuit, both hosting and playing on the shows. Here, he plays a scheming PR specialist who is running ad campaigns for both the Captain Avenger movie and the mayor's re-election. After Nichols foils the robbery, he gets the idea to put the two campaigns together and wants to use Captain Avenger to promote the mayor. And in the 6 degrees department, If you look fast, you'll spot a young Kevin Bacon playing a teenager who gives Captain Avenger a hard time. You'll also spot the famous psychologist Dr. Joyce Brothers, who plays herself on a TV talk show. She did a lot of that kind of thing back in the day, appearing as herself in movies and TV shows. I would be remiss if I didn't mention there are some guys out there called reals who fancy themselves to be real-life superheroes. They patrol their neighborhoods for suspicious activity in their homemade superhero costumes. Most of the time, they aren't armed with anything more than pepper spray, and they don't have powers or anything. But they generally just go around doing good deeds in the neighborhood. In a way, they have more in common with Ritter's alter ego here than Zack Snyder's grim dark abomination he called Superman. Me, I'd rather see Captain Avenger. I give this one 2.5 paws up. It's not the deepest movie ever made, but it's entertaining and showcases John Ritter at the height of his powers, and that's something everyone should see. Hero at Large is on DVD and Amazon Prime, so check it out. Well, that's all I've got for you this time. I'll be back with another video soon, and in the meantime, you take care of yourselves, okay? And if you don't mind, give me a like and a comment down there, and fling the bling and ring the thing and subscribe and all that stuff. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Up, up, and away! I'm all right. I'm all right.